There are many things we could say about this incredible series, and there are hundreds of details you didn't realize. I guess you didn't realize that the old man in the series told us who he really was from the very first episode. Plus, what is the real purpose of identifying with squares, circles, and triangles, the workers in the game? So let's talk in this video about the 5 amazing things you didn't see in the Squid Game. But first, remember to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to be among the first to see our content. Let's remember that all this happens in South Korea, but the private island where this happens, we don't know where it is located. It all starts with a group of people that debts and problems have them on the verge of madness. It is there where a well-dressed man who seems to be a businessman appears and proposes to them to start playing a very flashy game. All this ends up on the private island, where they will struggle to survive while playing this dangerous game, but the winner becomes a millionaire. But the incredible thing about this story is that those who created this series linked the stories of each character in a direct way, and that gives it much more emotion since in many occasions they have to decide whether to help a person or leave him, her and move on. But what things did you not see in the series that were actually in plain sight for many? What secrets did the writers throw out that could give us clues as to what was going on, or more so, clues for the next season of this series? Number 5. One of the things you didn't realize is the drawings that were on the walls of the place where the participants slept. There was every single one of the games on that wall. What you never realized is that those drawings were always visible to everyone. So from the very beginning, anyone who saw the wall would know which games they were going to play. Number 4. The color of the players was always green and the color of the soldiers was always red. But what you didn't know is the reason why the director of the series chose these colors. The director said that he chose the colors because they were the colors he used in school, and also the colors are the opposites in the color line, so it causes a very incredible effect in your mind. Number 3. What do the figures on the soldiers' masks mean? Why do you distinguish between circles, squares, and triangles? These figures are to distinguish the rank and job of each soldier. For example, the circle is a soldier of lesser authority. They are in charge of taking the players to the rooms, in charge of cleaning up and executing the losers. The triangle is for soldiers who are in charge of maintaining order, and the square was for supervisors, and in charge of being close to the leader. This, according to the director, is inspired by the ants that have a hierarchy so that everyone has a job. Number 2. Actually, number 1 always gave us clues that he was involved in the game. Recall that in the story he was diagnosed with a tumor and has very little life left. That broke our hearts, and we were all very sad when he supposedly died. In the games we could see how he was not eliminated, and apparently there was a preference for him. When the riot was going on and everyone was fighting, we didn't know where the old man was until he finally appeared and shouted to stop everything. At that point the leader followed his orders. What you didn't notice is that when the policeman looks for the player's information, the information of number 1 is not found and starts with number 2. This logically, because we now know that number 1 was not a player. Also, when the old man was supposedly eliminated, we never saw if he was actually eliminated for real. When we look at this angle where we see everything, we can notice that everyone is on the ground, but the old man was no longer there. He had been taken out of the game. Number 1. If you look closely, in the soldiers' rooms there are also numbers, and each soldier has a number. So we can notice that each soldier is in charge of a person wearing the same number. It is said that number 1 was guarded by the leader of the soldiers. For that reason, the fight ended when the old man shouted for them to stop fighting. In addition, number 1 planned to leave the game in the marbles game as he would have to be ready for the arrival of the VIP. There are many details and secrets that we are yet to learn from this incredible series. Let me know which of these details took you by surprise. If you like this video, send it to your friends.